Starlink is having even more hardware sales. They've added a cheaper option for residential, and they've even slightly tweaked how they list their plans on their website. Come and join us for the details. Hi, I'm Dan from the Mobile Internet Resource Center. So Starlink has once again adjusted its hardware pricing and its service lineup, making satellite internet more available to a wider range of users. The latest Starlink changes include deeper discounts on both the Starlink Mini and the Starlink standard hardware, along with a new Starlink residential 100 megabit per second plan that significantly reduces the monthly cost in areas that qualify. These moves reflect Starlink's continued trend towards tiered offerings and a broader reach as Starlink network continues to mature and expand capacity. The Starlink hardware sales continue. The Starlink Mini had already been on sale from $499 to $299 for some time, but it appears that Starlink may have made that $299 price permanent and extended the sale even deeper, bringing the Starlink Mini down to $229, which is the lowest price we've seen it as a standalone option without any bundled options with residential and things like that. The Starlink Standard, which normally is priced at $349, has been put on sale for $279. This isn't the deepest discount we've seen on the Standard, but it makes both hardware currently very affordable, presumably for times when people are shopping for the holiday sales. If you did recently purchase the Starlink Mini on sale at $299, check with Starlink or your retailers to see if they'll refund the difference, as many times they will do that if you're within a certain time period.
Do you want to help keep this channel afloat? Well, you can do that by joining us over at the Mobile Internet Resource Center and become a member. And if membership is not for you, there's easier ways to support us. Just like, subscribe, comment, and share. Share our content, help get out to more people, and that keeps us floating and bringing more connectivity content to you.
So another change that Starlink has made has been introducing a new tier to the residential lineup with the Residential 100 plan. This plan is capped at 100 megabits per second, but only costs $40 a month. That's about 1/3 the cost of the standard residential plan at $120 a month, and even half the cost of the residential light plan at $80 a month. Now, so far, the areas this plan seems to be available is pretty limited. We've been mostly seeing it, people in the Midwest states, South Dakota, Nebraska, Illinois, saying they've been able to get this plan. Thus, it makes this plan probably not a viable option for most of our nomadic audience, but if you happen to be in an area that this plan is available, certainly look to see if you can take advantage of it. So while the Starlink Residential 100 plan isn't the fastest speeds that you'll see on Starlink's network, that is high-speed internet service, and it generally is fast enough for what most people will do except for the heaviest users. So if you can take advantage of this plan, that may be a great option to save some money. Another change we have noticed with the residential plans is how Starlink is listing these plans on their website. So with the addition of the new Starlink Residential 100, which reflects the 100 megabit per second speed cap, they have also adjusted their other plans, the Residential Lite, to say 250 megabits per second, and the top tier residential plan at 400 plus megabits per second. Now, these are not guaranteed speeds, and in fact, the Residential Lite, last we saw, was deprioritized service, where the residential was a higher tier. But it doesn't mean you're going to get those speeds that they say, but you are likely to get faster speeds on the higher tier plans. Previously, Starlink plans were just identified by residential roam or priority, not really saying what type of speeds you could expect unless you looked deep in the fine print or maybe in some charts. We also noticed that the roam plans, the roam 50 gigabyte and the roam unlimited, are now listed about 300 megabits per second. If you are shopping for Starlink residential plans, now with the fact that they list the speed you can expect with the different tiers of the service, this makes it much easier to compare Starlink's offerings to other ISP offerings you may have in your area, and you can decide where you're going to get the best value for your money at the speeds that you are going to look to get for your plans. If you've been considering Starlink or looking to add a second system for redundancy, these deals and plan changes make it a great time to review your options and see what's available. And if you are someone that works remotely and depends on Starlink for your primary connection, it may be a great time to add a second dish or look at cellular options so you have some redundancy if your Starlink hardware fails or goes down. If you're looking for a fixed location activation, always check Starlink's website as a new subscriber, because sometimes they offer deals to new customers that may not be offered to existing customers, and you may be able to score a even free rental hardware depending on your address if it qualifies, or even reduced cost. So always check the website as a new subscriber to see what options are available to you. The new Residential 100 plan can be a great option to have high-speed unlimited data at a much lower tier cost. So if you are in an area that qualifies, definitely look into that. If you are also looking for the Starlink Mini or the Starlink Standard dish at a reduced cost, now is a great time to visit both of those options. Let us know if these hardware discounts or this new plan might work for you. As always, thanks for watching.
These videos are brought to you by our premium members, our mobile internet aficionados. They make it possible for us to track this news and create these videos. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe to our channel, or better yet, consider becoming a member yourself.